Hi, this is Dan, playing a game of 3-minute Blitz chess on FICS. Usually against pawn to e4 I play the French defense, but today I decided pawn to e5, and white is playing the King's Gambit. Very interesting. So I don't know a lot about this opening, but I do know that I think this g5 move is often played, so actually I'm threatening to play this move, which will attack the knight on f3 and threaten to this kind of move, this queen move, over to h4. So this queen move is a check, and I believe after this I'm in really good shape, although it does get a little bit messy here. I do need to be careful because my f7 square is under fire, so I definitely need to be careful of that. So I think before I do anything else, I'll protect my f7 square by developing this knight over to h6, and that defends f7 and also develops the knight. So you want to develop the knight anyway. You might as well choose a square that is also defensive. So let's play pawn to d6, attacking the knight, and that knight I think needs to go somewhere. And now I want to sure that there's some strong moves here. So let's actually I'm seeing this. I'm seeing pawn to g3. The exchange, capturing the pawn on g3 is not possible because of the queen move, the queen capturing the rook. The pawn capture would be a bad move. So this is interesting. Let's just develop. I have a feeling that if I just develop my pieces, that some kind of good idea will come about. It's always a good idea to place your pieces on stronger squares, and the more pieces you have, the easier it is to attack. So let's try to trade off white's bishop. I don't like white's bishop. It's probably the strongest piece for white. So if I could trade that off, that would probably be positive for me. I'd be really interested if anybody knows a lot about the King's Gambit, if you could point out maybe some continuations or some strong moves that I might be missing, because it's really not an opening that I play very often. So anyway, I think here I'm still okay, but I did just drop another pawn, and it's getting a little bit messy. So let's take with the pawn. Again, I'm really not that comfortable in this opening, so it's possible that I'm missing some really strong things. I'm not really sure. I think white is still vulnerable since the white king still hasn't castled. And actually, after the knight recapture here, I have a queen check on f6, which may be good, although I believe the knight will just jump back to f3. No. Okay. Ooh, that allows me this check. Queen to f2, and then I can look for a strong continuation after that. Let's play rook. Okay, so this is a skewer tactic. So rook check, and the queen is behind the king, so once the king moves, I can just grab that queen. Provided that there's not something stronger. I believe taking the queen is pretty safe. And after the rook takes the rook, I have another tactic. I have a fork over here on e2. So maybe the knight can block, but that would still allow me to take the rook. So I think that was pretty strong. Yeah, and actually white decides to resign after that move. So that was a pretty crazy game. I played an opening that I don't usually play, so I really would appreciate any feedback from players who might have some ideas for me. But anyway, hope you either enjoyed the video or learned something, or both. I'm having fun making them, and I'll share another one really, really soon. Alright, thank you very much.